How is everything? Obviously, I know we haven't spoken in a little while. Obviously, coming out of the last fight, I know you've been traveling and doing a lot of stuff like that. So, how is everything?
Everything good. We just came back from a travel. We had amazing travel for 72 days. We were on the road driving our truck, and we drew, I would say, around 10,000 miles. So it was a long, very long trip, but very gorgeous, very like amazing trip we did. And we visit so many states. We drew all Mississippi, not all Mississippi, but from Memphis down to New Orleans, all the way down, then like all Gulf of Mexico, Florida, Alabama, like Louisiana, all this state. We drew a lot in Florida, so it was amazing trip, and I'm feeling so good, so like blessed to be able to know USA from the inside, to see with my own eyes and see different states, different culture. And because I think in my opinion, it's like, if you are not traveling and if you don't see the culture of different states, you cannot say United States of America.
Absolutely. I was getting jealous because I follow you on Instagram and I saw the great places you were eating, and I was like, man, you're going on like a food tour of the United States.
Yeah, it's every time like one of the best parts of the travel, because you have so good food all the time, and you're like visiting each region and they have their own styles, their like popular dishes, and you're feeling obligated to try it. Like, it's crime not to try the like local food. Absolutely.
And I know, talking to you ahead of your last fight, I know it was killing you not to be able to travel much because everything going on with COVID and the restrictions and the pandemic, because you travel so much. It had to feel good just to get back out on the road again.
Of course, and like even there is no much traveling like outside to the different countries, international. We have so much to see here. We have so much inside of United States, and it's kind of like trips that it's you just cannot do it in one time, because there is so many roads, so many different states, and our favorite part, it's like we are trying to avoid all the time the highways. I'm not a highway person at all. When it's about the travel, I would like to take like the tiny like rural roads and drive it like very slow, just to stop in every place. And it's like every time, for example, I have in the my GPS showing like, okay, you have total 2 hours before your destination. It's never like that. It would take like whole day driving, because we just love to stop everywhere.
Oh, that's great. I imagine after a fight and everything like that, it's just good to kind of reset and recharge the batteries on a trip like that, right?
It's completely so. From one side, you just like taking all energy from the trip, from the nature. From other side, it's like bringing you down to earth and like showing you are like this is amazing things, the simplest things that in our life that you have to enjoy. And this is like truly the best way, at least for me, to recover my power and get ready for another challenge.
Yeah. Now you have your next fight booked. After that, are you thinking about maybe doing the northern United States when it gets a little warmer?
Oh yes, this is the south part of the state. It was our first thought, because we knew it's gonna be very cold. And so we just we have to go to south. But yes, I still have in plans like discover Alaska, because for me it's a very like wonderful region, and I would like to spend more time to travel over there. And also Great Lakes, like all that area, and I think it would be so amazing to do that trip.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done trips up to North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming, and it's gorgeous up there. I think you'd really like that, and you can definitely drive a lot and find a lot of random spots in those states. I can promise you that much.
Yes, it is in my checklist and my bucket list what I have to do.
Absolutely. So Valentina, coming back from that, now you booked your next fight. Obviously, this is kind of the one we figured was going to happen, but you never know for sure. So were you kind of anticipating this particular matchup, considering the way the division was looking?
After when it was probably before the end of the year, when Dana told this is the fight to make in 2021, I knew it's gonna happen. So it was it was. For me, it's something that it's already done, already took decision on it. And it was matter of the date and the time. So I think that the date what we have, it's perfect because I could enjoy my trip and I have enough time to get ready for the fight.
Yeah. Now, Jessica is obviously a fighter that's been around. She's been a champion. She's fought in now 3 different weight classes. She started at bantamweight, went down to strawweight. Now she's at flyweight. We only have that one fight of her at 125, but she does have a pretty big body of work. So, kind of a very general question: what have you thought of Jessica in terms of her performances?
It's obviously she has physical power, and she's thinking that she can wrestle with everyone, that she has enough power for everyone. But beside of power, I cannot see different things because some fighters, they have end power and technique and high IQ for the fight, but Jessica, she has the strongest side. It's her physical power, what I see from her. Of course, it's a big difference if she fighting with someone who doesn't have enough power against a lot of power. But when you have in your opponent same power, probably more, you have to have something else. You have to have something more. And I know what to expect from her. And but this is not something new, not something dangerous or something that you have to be fear or something else. So it's pretty understandable, her fight game. She's probably could try to prepare some techniques unexpected, but it's gonna be very hard for her to bring them to the life.
Yeah. Jessica, throughout her career, she kind of has that old school, Brazilian, style where she just kind of marches forward and overwhelms her opponents. And obviously it's worked very well for a lot of times, but we saw in her fight with Joanna, where she couldn't do that. Joanna moved out of the way and kind of ducked and dodged her aggression, and she struggled to, land on an opponent like that. Now, obviously, you're a different fighter than Joanna. I feel like that is a style that, you create a lot of problems because you're not going to just stand there in front of her and allow her to just bully you against the cage.
From other side, I like the type of opponents when they are running onto you with okay, I'm here. I very like this style of challengers. So it's get me very excited because I have more clear target. I don't have to look for a clean spot. It's just running towards me. So I'm gonna be ready. I know she's gonna be strong. She's gonna be powerful. She's gonna try to strike wild punches all over, and I have to be ready for this, and I will be.
In a way, it creates opportunities for you, right? When she's kind of marching forward, it allows you to kind of set up your strikes, because you hear that all the time when an opponent doesn't want to engage with you, it forces you to kind of go after them. But with an opponent like Jessica, you're not going to have to go looking for her, and I imagine that opens up a lot of different opportunities for you.
Yes, of course. And as I mentioned, it's like I really like this kind of opponent.
In terms of challenge, because obviously we saw in your last fight, Jennifer Maia, credit to her. She stuck around. She had a couple of moments, and obviously you ended up, dominating, the majority of the fight. But she stuck around. She gave a tough fight, gave a good accounting for herself. But Jessica feels like, there's a little bit more attention being paid to her. She's a former champion. Obviously she's got great credentials. I mean, do you feel that when you book a fight like this, like the excitement, the anticipation of a bigger named opponent, I guess is what I'm getting at?
Not much. I don't feel that kind of difference because, I'm realistic and I know what to expect from the fight. If I gonna put me in this all excitement and all this feelings before the fight, it would probably blind me and I would not do the things what I have to do before the fight. That's why I'm trying to doesn't matter what name in front of me. I just try to focus on the real things as characteristic of the fighter. Just study good sides, bad sides of my opponent, and this is try to take it with a cool vision, right? Just get rid from all excitement, for all these feelings that oh, it's gonna be better fight, it's gonna be better selling fight. Better something like that. No, yeah, fight is fight. It's dangerous. It's doesn't matter who in front of you. It's just the way how you take it mentally and how you prepare for the fight. This is everything that matters. And it's I expecting from any fight great fight, and that's why I prepare myself in the best way I can. This is what I do every time.
Yeah, I say this to you almost every time we do an interview, Valentina, but I love your perspective because you do see some people when they become champion or maybe when they become a big favorite in a lot of their fights, they kind of lose that perspective. And you've always been the same person. You never seem to lose yourself in terms of who you're fighting. You show respect to your opponents. You prepare for them the hardest you possibly can, and they're just another person standing across the octagon from you. And I think that speaks very well to why you've been so dominant in your career. Is you never seem to let anything really truly affect you, good or bad.
It's because I know it's a secret. I know the secret that these things can affect you so badly that you cannot get rid from them. This is the worst what can happen with any fighter. And from one side, it's so easy. It's so this truth is so clear that everybody should know that, right? Everybody and even there are things they are know, but it's one way that you are know it, the other way that you really understand it. And understand how to fight against it. What precaution take for not these things happen to you. So even you are mentally think, okay, I'm prepared to fight against all these things. But when it's comes and they feel this fame or something like that, they think that they are not affected by all of these things. They are think of it, but in reality, they are affected, and they are starting to completely do different things, but still they are thinking that they are the same person. But difference, in me is a difference that I really know how it feels. I really know how you don't have to feel and what I don't have to have in my mind once these things are coming. It's easy to say, but very hard to do. And this is the difference this is very big difference. You are saying, you are thinking that you are no, but in reality you are don't know. But
Yeah.
I know.
Now here's the real question, Valentina. Will you be able to stay the same person, stay humble after you become a Hollywood celebrity? Because I know your movie's coming out soon. The Halle Berry movie, I saw the screenshot. I saw a little tiny clip of it. I know that's going to be dropping soon. Are you going to be able to stay the same after you're a Hollywood celebrity? Are you going to be able to do that?
This is the ultimate goal, and I would like to test myself as hard as I can.
I know we've talked about the movie as well. How excited are you for people to finally be able to see it?
I'm really excited, and myself, I cannot wait to see it. And after we done with the filming, we did the to put the voice on the everything that we filmed, and I saw parts of the fight and everything, and I really cannot wait to see the whole picture together. And it's I hope it's going to be something very big and bright, and I can't wait to see the whole success what Halle Berry had in her directorial debut, because she did so amazing things. She was so great in everything that she did, and I really understand why she is a superstar of Hollywood, why she's so talented, why she's so bright, because she's the nicest ever person, but she's really hard worker, and she has huge talent. I am very inspired by her as well. So I cannot wait. All success, I hope it's going to be big success for everyone who took part in creating this movie.
Absolutely. Now, before I get you out of here, Valentina, I want to ask you, because in addition to your fight, the other fight that you're going to be sharing on this card is the strawweight title fight between Zhang Weili and Rose Namajunas. I know we've talked in the past about the potential down the road. Maybe if Zhang does defend her title a few times, maybe she could eventually come up to flyweight to challenge you. But I'm curious your thoughts on that matchup, because Rose Namajunas is no joke, and I know you know Rose because obviously you have trained with her in the past as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very good fight for the strawweight division. Very challenging for both parties, and I think they are preparing very good for this fight, and everyone would do the hardest as they can to get the victory. And I have 45% for Weili, 55% for Rose.
Yeah, it's a great matchup, and I know that Weili has looked great, but she had a war with Joanna. That was a great fight, obviously, just a bloody war. I know we talked about that. It was fun to watch. Maybe not the most technical masterpieces, I know you've said in the past, but Rose is no joke, and I think that's going to be a very, very tough challenge for Weili.
Yeah, it's going to be, and definitely it's going to be, and I'm very excited for this fight, and I think everyone would enjoy this fight as well, but I don't know, I won't be able to enjoy it in live because I will be with a lot of attention for my fight. Yeah, but just wishing good luck for both of them, Rose and Weili, and just let's see what they're gonna bring, who's gonna be victors in this fight, and I'm gonna be focused on my fight to win and keep my belt and see what's gonna be next.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the great thing about you, Valentina. You never look too far ahead. There are some great challenges out there. I know, JoJo Calderwood's coming off a big win. Lauren Murphy's out there on the streak. And I know ultimately for you, it's Jessica Andrade and then whoever else they put in front of you.
This is it. Whoever else. I don't care too much, because for me, just I see the face, I see the name, I start to prepare. My goal to get there, to win, and then pass one step more, it's one obstacle more, and move forward.
Absolutely. Well, Valentina, thank you so much as always for taking the time for me. I really do appreciate it. Obviously, have a good rest of your training camp. Obviously, I know your sister is also getting ready for a fight. I know you guys are always training. Even when you're on the road, like I said, I was enjoying the food pictures, but you guys never stop training on the road either.
No, we not. And, like speaking about my sister, Antonina, she, after her fight, after her gorgeous victory, beautiful victory against Ariane Lipski, and she started like completely move forward with her aviation. And before the fight, he got her instrumental rating, and now she's getting her commercial license. And she's really serious about aviation career. And a year ago, she joined Civil Air Patrol, and recently, a few weeks ago, she was ranked first lieutenant. So this is it's a lot of things going on in her aviation career. So we are having UFC pilot now.
So what you're saying is she's going to fly you to your fight, is what you're telling me.
My fight is going to be, I cannot say for sure, but how it looks like for me in Las Vegas, so I didn't have to fly.
Well, maybe, I know you do travel a lot. Maybe you travel and she'll fly you to your next destination then.
Why not? Why not? Everything can happen.
Well, Valentina, thank you so much as always. I really do appreciate the time. Obviously, safe training camp. Have a good training camp. Best of luck in the fight, and I cannot wait to see you back in action.
Thank you so much, Damon.
Talk to you soon.